area. So Yvette is here today. Yvette was in our campaign shot, and Yvette came in for skin matching, and she's actually not a model, although I think she should be. We've been trying to tell her to model. And, you know, I begged her to be in our photo shoot. And it was so funny because when I decided to use women, my team and I, we were like, we need to use real women. Some people who were working with us were like, that's not a good idea. And then they saw everybody and they saw the photos, and you saw how beautiful the campaign shot was. And how beautiful did you look? Did you have your photo? Yeah. It was so beautiful. We were crying actually when we did the shot, just because it was just too much beauty, you know? It was just like a really, really, really amazing photo shoot. And so Yvette is one of our brand ambassadors. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply more primer to the rest of her skin. So Yvette has basically no pores. She has really no texture to her skin. The only thing that I'm going to do correction for her skin is just a little bit of the pigmentation here. You can see Yvette has really beautiful skin. She doesn't really have any texture in her skin, very, very little, way less than the normal person, which is not fair, just joking. But she has like a small amount of pigmentation. These things you don't really see in person, but on camera you see it because the camera lens is way stronger than our normal eye, which I think is kind of crazy. And that's why people have all these selfies they like to take, and you know, it's the camera most of the time. You look much better in person. So we're just gonna do a little bit correction, just basic correction with our foundation. And this is Hot Fudge. It has an R next to it, which means it has undertones of red. And you can actually see in her skin. She has a lot of red, beautiful undertones, where Rose had beigey undertones. So both of them kind of have like more of the pinky red undertones. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna apply one pump of Hot Fudge. And I'm gonna take a new brush here. Just saturating my brush. Okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it to her skin. So you can see here it's a little bit lighter. Here there's a little bit of pigmentation. I have tons of pigmentation here. This is also my problem. And you can see when I apply it, you can see it just completely erase, which I think is really magical. I just love that. Look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna do half of her face. Oh, Yvette, this was literally made for you. We literally made it for Yvette. So we have you turn your face this way. So you can see this side where there's a little bit, her skin is beautiful, but there's just pigmentation, which the camera really picks up. Let me have you turn the other way. And you can see here where it just looks flawless. It looks like skin. Doesn't look like she has anything on her skin. Literally looks like nothing. But it's corrected all of the unevenness and things that you really see on camera. It's amazing for pigmentation. Look at that. It's like magic. So you can see, what did you just say, Javen?
It's like a bottle of skin, and then you just melt the skin and put it back.
That's exactly what it is.
Her face.
So go ahead and look that way. Look at that. Look how flawless that looks. Go ahead and look this way. Look at you. Look that way. I mean, her skin is beautiful regardless, but once you see the foundation on top, I mean, it just literally looks like skin. It looks just like skin. This is so great. And I'll go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll do a little bit on her neck as well. And I'll do a little bit of correction as well with a lighter foundation too. So I'm just gonna go ahead. So Yvette, I'm just gonna show you really quickly. Look at your skin here. I know you've already seen this foundation. You're so funny, you don't need to do that, you're so cute. I love her. I love this. She's so cute. So we actually did make this foundation for Yvette, so it's actually for her. So let me have you go ahead and turn your face this way. I'm gonna do that side so you can see the pigmentation there, and you can see it just literally disappear. And you can see when there's too much foundation on the brush, it's very, very dark. I'm sorry, it's very light. Too much pigmentation. So once I blend that out, you can see it becomes much more. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a little bit on her forehead. You can see it literally removes any pigmentation. And you just have to blend it out. But once you blend it out, it becomes like skin. Skin! We should just call that color Yvette. And I'm just gonna do her chin really quickly. Look at me, darling. Put your face up. Yeah, we're just gonna do this area here. You can see a little bit of pigmentation, and boom, gone. I always like to say that when I'm getting rid of pigmentation, like boom, boom. I'm like a foundation fairy godmother. There we go. Look at that. And I just want to apply now a lighter foundation on the other side. Okay. So I'm using a little bit of a lighter shade. This is Mocha. So this is 500G. Has a little bit of a gold undertone to it. And I'm just going to use it underneath her eyes. I'm just taking, again, the similar MAC brush, 287, and I'm going underneath her eyes. Look up at me, darling. She's such a cutie. And I'm just applying it underneath her eyes. You can see it's really bright, so I'm just gonna apply a small amount. And then we're gonna blend it out with our foundation brush. So once I do that, and I blend this out, gives me some really nice brightness underneath the eyes. That looks so pretty underneath the eyes. And this is like got a lot of nice golden undertones. So if I have you look here, you can see how it just brightens up everything. Beautiful. So this is Yvette, beautiful Yvette, and beautiful Rose.